The rivalry between the Canes and the Noles, once upon a time, barely noticed outside the state of Florida. But those battles in the 80s and the 90s put both programs on the national map, made both of them champions, and we are lucky to have another showdown between these two today. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee, as we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Seminoles will kick it away to start us off. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Guys, this is a team that struggled mightily last year, and the entire offseason was built around performing better in ACC play.
Well, they just didn't have the dudes to get it done last year. Didn't have enough talent. But they're a year older. They've gone to the transfer portal. They've done a good job recruiting from the high school ranks. And, David, they think this year they've got the guys they need to win more games in ACC play.
Hey, Coach Paul, you sound like every coach in the country, right? Like, hey, we restocked, we retooled, we're a year older, we went to the transfer portal. Success is coming. Listen, they got to find a way to get better. They got to find a way in games how to execute, how to finish games. They struggled finishing games a year ago. So I'm looking forward to seeing this, and I love the coach speak, Paul.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
This crowd, full throat, sweating the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Back to throw, it's Beck. Pulls it in, it's Fletcher. Breaks it, going airborne. He's at the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Canes! And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
He'll bring it out. It's Singleton. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Give. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
He'll run it again. Finds a little bit of space. He'll get 3 out to the 15.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Rushes on him. On the run, fires downfield. Catch in the middle. It's McCoy. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own
watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big third down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
And the Noles will line it up on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Castellanos. Grabbed in the middle, it's McCoy.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
And the Seminoles with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Leaves it with the running back. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42.
It's just not easy to bring this guy down, is it? He is so dangerous once he gets the ball in his hands, and it makes me think back to old great Seminole running backs like Warwick Dunn, Travis Minor, a guy that I used to play against. How about Dalvin Cook even? Just guys that could make the first guy miss, and then they were able to just explode and burst and take it the distance. This guy right here, he is a unique talent.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Man, that's how you finish plays. That is absolutely beautiful by this defense. Way to play physical, not give up those extra yards to give up that 1st down.
And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
The Seminoles will send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Punt is on its way. Excellent job on the punt. Bounces out of bounds at the 5, and they'll have 95 yards to go in front of them. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. There he goes to the right. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a 1st down. Hitting on transfer portal quarterbacks can be tricky. Certainly Miami did so with Cam Ward a season ago. And Jesse, they're hoping to keep it going with Carson Beck.
They want the Carson Beck version from 2023. At the end of that season, after winning the Orange Bowl, a lot of people thought Carson Beck would end up being the first pick of the NFL draft. 2024 was a bit more up and down. They need him to play well each and every week. He's playing, remember, behind Cam Ward. He's got very, very big shoes to fill, but no doubt he is the key for Miami's success.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
Got it behind the line. It's Daniels. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. These two have storied traditions in the history of the sport, but in the not-too-distant past, Miami actually considered giving up football, and Florida State was an afterthought.
Now, a lot of people people forget back in the day when Miami was in the Big East, right? And Florida State was in the ACC. This was kind of an interconference battle every time they played. But no doubt, David, this game just holds so much more significance to both programs.
Both in the state of Florida. Florida State, Miami, the uniforms are so great. The lineage, the history of the players. So it does. It feels like this rivalry's been playing a lot longer than since 1951.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Catch in the middle, it's Bauman. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding onto the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. Looking to pass. It's Beck. Swings it out to the flat. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami!
And that's his second receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, these are the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game when he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
And he tacks on the extra point. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Singleton. And the ball's free deep in his own territory. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Man, this kickoff coverage team, they just get to the ball carrier. They are flying around. They're beating their blocks. And the ability to create a turnover on a special teams play like this, and that is massive. And now it sets them up in great field position.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Marion. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off right?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire. And those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens. But you got to set yourself up for success, and it starts right here in the first conference game in the ACC for your team.
Big third down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. Snags it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Hurricanes. No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all three phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.
Set to advance on the football.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Dropping back, it's Castellanos. Throwing right. He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Got it in the middle, it's White. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Listen, nice completion, short game. Now you get to third down. Third down's more manageable. But guess what? If I don't get it on third down, I still got that fourth down in my pocket. Nowadays, analytics, we're going for it anyways.
offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. It'll be 3rd and long. The sweet feet buy a little time. Look out, he's got room. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. The Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wideout. Wants to throw on 1st down. He fires one deep over the middle. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. The Noles come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And the Hurricanes have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Caught in the backfield, it's Daniels. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And that's a really good job by the QB, getting the ball out of his hands, knowing where the sticks are, getting the 1st down. And they saw something they like, because here they come, right back on the ball to run another play.
Finds his tight end. There he goes. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Snagged in the middle. It's Lofton. Touchdown, Canes! A great catch and run for 6.
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment be danged. You talk about home field advantage. Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this first half as good as you possibly can.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Set to kickoff.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They've sputtered a bit early, not being able to move the football, having to punt it away each of the first 2 times they had it. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Looking downfield, it's Castellanos. Hauls it in.
And that's a really nice route by the wide receiver, just understanding I got to win right now. I got to get inside of that guy, and I know I'm going to get contact. You run over the middle of the field on a slant, you're going to get hit. Nice job securing the catch, making the play.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And I don't think he got there. No, they stopped him short. He does not pick up the first down. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
Timeout, Florida State.
The Seminoles will come to the line to convert on fourth down. Has to get there to move the sticks. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. From that spot on the field, you're going to go for 4th and inches every time, but, I mean, you could argue that 4th and inches, you ought to go for it almost all of the time.
I 100% agree. We're definitely going for this. And listen, let's play some offense. Let's have high octane. Let's put some points on the board. We're not kicking field goals. We're not punting. We're trying to score touchdowns.
Quarterback on the move, still looking. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Well, this defense knew coming into this game, playing one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, they were going to have to find a way to get him off rhythm. They're going to have to be careful doing it because of that speed.
Sends it downfield. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time.
He is sacked way behind the line of scrimmage. Just a catastrophic play there. And the Seminoles will try to pin them back with the punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He'll take it on the return. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Caught in the backfield, it's Daniels. Turning it on. Strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They scored fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Interesting matchup this week in the Mountain West, and it sure is playing out that way. San Diego State is down right now, but this young man under center today has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born in Snapdragon Stadium today. They're trailing by 10 to Colorado State. The Mountain West likes to keep things interesting, and we'll circle back if anything big happens. Gentlemen?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Got a man. It's Holmes. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. And the Noles want to pick up the tempo. To the air, it's Castellanos. He fires to the left side. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. Now it's 1st and 20 for the offense. Running back searching for a hole. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Caught over the middle. It's McCoy. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. And the Seminoles are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Got it in the middle. It's Holmes. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking down the middle. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Miami, 35, Florida State, 0.
He'll put total leather and get this second half started. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Nothing went right in that first half, in the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive of the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front, too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there. He didn't have it.
He's got it inside the 30. They make the stop, but a big pickup thanks to the big arm from this senior quarterback. The Seminoles have this offense rolling. Dropping back, it's Castellanos. Fires to the right. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the mistiming.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all
breaks into the open. Races down to the 2 and stopped just short of the goal line as he goes out of bounds.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime they were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively. Right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that last throw there to pick up the first down. They need him to play great in the second half.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? He's going for the goal line. And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Back to pass. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
And those sting for offenses, man. You've got an opportunity to get in the end zone, to get the touchdown. It's not easy. It's hard to get guys open. He comes open, and the quarterback, man, I bet he wishes he had that one back.
Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
Man, it's really nice as a defense to force 3rd and long, where you can bring in the nickel, Jesse, and you can play zone coverage with those zone eyes on the quarterback.
Yeah, as a quarterback, too, you got to know with that extra DB out there, your timing better be good and you better be accurate, because if you're not, they've got ball hawks in the back end, and that errant throw gets picked.
To the ground with the back. Across the 25, he's got room. Right down the gut of the field. The 30. The 20, inside, and he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Hurricanes. The Hurricanes continue to gain strength, and they have built a lead on the Noles.
I think that speed from Miami is really starting to show itself here in the football game, and it just doesn't look like Florida State at this point, David, can keep up with all of that athleticism.
Speed and swag. They got it going now. They got the confidence going, and when Miami gets the confidence going, it is tough to beat. Florida State's going to have to make something happen and make it happen fast.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, just...
Oh, he's got some space. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
And this is going to be incomplete on third.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're late in the third quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
That Miami offense back onto the field. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up second and 4.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
They feed him again. Still running at the 35. He's loose down the left side.
And you want to put a winning streak together like this team has, run the football and create explosive plays. Nice job by the offense, showing the speed. How about the blocking up front? Everybody blocking, getting a hat on a hat, creating the explosive run.
The Hurricanes trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
Well, he's had the hot hand, 3 TDs in the game already. I like just force-feeding this guy the rock some more here.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They've been the more physical team. He does a really good job finding the end zone, running the football. That's why they featured him today.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. On the ground. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Canes. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Singleton.
Returner is tackled down. Florida State Seminoles will take over. 1st and 10.
They'll get this drive going from the 17. Looking downfield, it's Castellanos. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very...
There he goes! An explosive play to wrap up the 3rd quarter. Oh, they finally got him out of bounds, but not before. He carried some momentum for his team into the 4th quarter.
49. Florida State 0.
They go back to work in the final period of this one. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Pittman. Knocked down at the 29-yard line. Picked up 15 yards on the play, and he's got a 1st down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he dropped it. He had the pick in his hands and a chance for one of his patented big plays, and he couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. Oh, the attempt is no good. The idea was to draw just a tad closer. Instead, the mountain is still enormous.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
That's such a nice start to this drive, too, because you've got the lead late and you want to run the football. You want to be physically dominant. Defense knows you're going to do it, and still, on the very first play of the drive, you're able to rip off a long run like that. Great vision there, and a nice job up front with the surge by the O-line.
Here's the handoff. Finding open areas.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that 1st down.
Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course. This team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that third and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a fourth down.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense.
Got it.
And on fourth down, they'll come up and take the knee.
This is so a Jesse Palmer move. Exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot on the accelerator, try to rub it in. Can't win by enough. Got to look good in the polls. This is your kind of offense, Palmer.
They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. Scanning the field, it's Castellanos. Pocket breaking down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and get into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. Here comes the offense on second down. Power football with the run. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And when you're the defensive side of the football right now, at this point in the game, you know the game's over. If they run the football, listen, you're trying to still compete. You're putting other guys in the football game. This is our standard. We're not giving up yards. We're not going to let them break tackles. And I think the defensive coordinator finally has something to complain about.
Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He's got it, first down and more. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the first down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Catch in the middle. It's Holmes. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Castellanos. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Second down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed in the middle. It's Pittman. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. A rivalry defined by wide rights, wide